weekend, we traveled up to Lopez. I know our intention was to get out on the water in the canoe together. I think the timing of this weekend, since it was pushed off, made it hard for a lot of people to show up. I know there were a lot more people who were interested, really wanted to come up here, really wanted to participate, but the small group of people that are here, we've had a real, I would say a real intimate time together, off the grid. There's only a few people who have cell phone service, so a lot of us are like setting the phones down and just being more present with each other.
I like to do lots of crafts. I'm known to be for doing crafts, and being able to teach the little ones how to do different things with the cedar work, how to do beading, sanding the necklaces to make it look like the paddles on the canoes and stuff. It really has sparked their interest, and when we talk about each thing and we use the Lashutsi words and stuff, it gets to where they get really excited about it and they want to learn more, and it feels good to me to be able to teach them.
It reminds me really of my childhood, coming up here with my mom and meeting my dad up here because he was a fisherman for my Uncle Bernie. It was normal to us to go and camp where our dads and uncles and everybody fished and just be together, and it feels good to be back. I haven't been back here in a really long time. It just feels good to be in our usual and accustomed ground, making sure that our presence is known, practicing our culture.
And how do our stories start out? All tooty too hot, a long time ago.
I know that we would have came up here for the event anyway, so it was nice that we were allowed to attend as essential staff. Thomas and I were able to share some traditional stories with not just the kids, but with the families as well. And that's good because I don't feel like a lot of our older generations get a chance to hear storytelling as much anymore.
She dove down at him. She was gonna knock him over, and he said, "Achada, stop Kwazuhoy. Oh my goodness, what are you doing? I didn't do anything wrong."
It was nice to sit in that community setting and just see the looks on everyone's faces as we brought up stories that either they heard a long time ago or ones that they haven't heard before.
This is really why we came up, is for my son, because we've been living in Hawaii for the past 6 years, and my son is just turning 13, and this is kind of like his coming of age trip.
It feels really good, and it feels like a really good learning moment for me, because I've been in Hawaii for, more than half of my life. Being out here and being with all my family and my cousins, it's been a really good time, and it taught me a lot of things about, of course, like weaving and all that, and doing all beading and all that. And it's really fun, and I really think that it helps me, being away from technology and doing all that.
Good job. You have to go.
The scavenger hunt, that was kind of a fun idea that Tony Jo gave to us, and she told us a story about what she would do with her son Thomas, and we thought about how we could bring that to all of the kids. And just walking on the beach right here in front of the tribe's property, there are so many different shells, beautiful rocks, and we brought a couple of those back and we taught the kids the words, and then we brought them down to the beach, and everybody got their little Ziploc baggie, and the challenge was whoever can find all of these, you win. And one of the kids was like, "Well, do we win a prize?" And I'm like, "The prize is all of us being down there together, working with each other and just really being together." And it turned out really, really cool. Like, I loved sitting on the beach with them, and then when we took a walk down the dock, Just to see the kids like leaning over the dock, it just brought back the memories of how all of us kids were when we were up here. And we didn't have this type of encampment where there was a set group of people. We came up here with our families, and we came up here to visit with our parents who were out fishing. So it kind of brought back those memories of hanging over the dock and looking for the little fish, and just seeing the sea life that is growing right here within this area.
Being here, you know, in Lopez, it's been nice. It brought back a lot of memories for a lot of us because we come from a lot of fishing family, you know, and being able to come back here where our ancestors come, where our family, our uncles, aunties came, it's nice now that I get to bring people out here to camp. So I hope we do it every year.
This weekend, this encampment style of camping together, doing crafts together, eating meals together, it actually reminds me of what my Uncle Joe said many, many years ago, like decades ago. They really wanted us to have an encampment up in this area. So I can see that everything that happened this weekend was exactly what my Uncle Joe had talked about. And I know that was stuff that Uncle Joe and Uncle Jerry, it was the type of stuff that they really wanted us to do. And I think they'd be really happy with how everybody just really spent some good time together.